What's up, guys? Welcome back to Drake on Digital. Today we're going to talk about Skycoin. Guys, this one has a really interesting history. I am going to try to get Synth on the channel to talk about it some. Synth, he is a whiz, man. He knows a lot of stuff, but it's some of the times I'm thinking like, why has he got so much to say? Something's up. But hey, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to hopefully have a conversation with him. And have him on the channel. Been going back and forth on the Telegram with a couple of the community members, so that'd be nice to be able to get him on the channel to clear some things up. But what is Skycoin? Well, you want to think of Skycoin like decentralizing the internet. Why is this important? Well, this is very important because, for example, let me show you how centralization works. Anyone can shut down a YouTube channel. YouTube can just wake up one day and say, hey, you're no longer able to have your channel, or your channel's just a piece of junk. Sorry, we're closing you down. Or Twitter. They can just close your Twitter account. You can never use Twitter again. For me in real estate, a lot of marketing sites, they won't allow me to market on their website because they consider me a competitor. So it's kind of like, wow, what in the world? But hey, it is what it is. So what is Skycoin? Skycoin is decentralizing the internet. So at any time, the internet, like the web hosting providers like Amazon Web Services or Spectrum or Comcast, they can automatically just wake up one day and say, hey, we're going to limit the amount of usage you use, or hey, your IP address is from this location, so we're going to block these from you, or block you from having access to websites. If you want a good example of this, if you're in the United States, you can't use Binance. So that kind of keeps that concept because you have an IP address, an IP location, and so on. So that's similar to what Skycoin is trying to do, is they're decentralizing the internet, and they got a lot of different things going for them. They got a lot of different things they're trying to do. So I don't know if they're going to be trying to focus on too many things, being a one-trick pony, or if they're going to be they're going to be good at several things but a master of none. Theoretically, that may not be a good thing, but hey, time will tell on this. We'll see what happens. This coin did go crazy high back in the heyday because it had some really, really good ideas. We're going to break into it and talk about it. First off is Skywire. What is Skywire? Well, Skywire is the foundation for the internet. Basically, what this is, if you guys don't know how the internet works, all your devices are in some way connected to each other. Hence, when you call Spectrum, Bright House, Comcast, when they come set up your network at your house, they got to come in, they bring a bunch of wires and do all kinds of garbage. So what this company is trying to do is it's trying to allow you to have satellites that connect to one another. So each person is going to own their own device, their own satellites, and they're going to broadcast it to the network, and they're going to connect with others. And in order to do this, you have this Sky token. Sky token is going to link up with a Sky Miner, which is looking something like this. You can actually purchase these Sky Miners, or you can just make your own. So it's kind of weird. It seems like it's like a company, but then again, they're trying to help with the growth of the network, so you can also factor that in. They also do make their own hardware wallets, so similar to like a Ledger Nano S or a Trezor. So fun fact. But you don't have to have a hardware wallet. You can just download their SDK wallet or whatnot, and I'm downloading it right now. It's kind of odd that you had to download all the blocks, so I don't know if that's going to be a hindrance in the future, like if this network gets so big, but we'll see. Time will tell on it. So what the Sky Miner does is it allows you to get a certain amount of Sky coins per month. So I know there's some ways you can just buy like a hardware device. They call them Raspberry Pis. That's just what the little microchip is called. It's just like a computer microchip, and you can mine some of these Sky coins, and you have a limit from your IP address, so keep that in mind, or from your geolocation. So what these Sky miners are going to do is this is kind of what it looks like. It'll like I said, get you a monthly amount of Sky coins, and the total Sky coins are going to be released in like 2035 or something like that. So it releases, I want to say it's like 5% per year. I don't know the exact amount off the top of my head, but I know the inflation rate is pretty steady. I want to say it's about 5 per year. 5 million, because you can see this has been around 4 years and it currently has a circulating supply of 20 million and a total supply of 100 million. So now what's going to happen when all these tokens are mined? Well, this is how the Sky Miners are going to work. Maybe they'll get paid in coin hours. Coin hours is the second token of the network. I've heard rumors that you can spend Sky Coins, but stay tuned. I don't have the exact quote on it. If someone knows for sure, leave it in the comments below. I'm going to try to get sent on the channel so we can talk about this and figure it out. But basically, the Skycoin miner is going to be upholding the network just like a Bitcoin miner. Now, these are different than regular miners. They do not absorb a lot of, or create or use a bunch of energy. They're actually very energy efficient, so that's why it's a little bit different. So it's kind of interesting. They have their own consensus mechanism. It's called, what is it? Obelisk. Obelisk is not open source, so I'm also going to talk to Synth about it to try to figure out how it works, but it's their own consensus mechanism. So I'm trying to, I'd love to hear what he says about it, but it's basically like a energy efficient proof of stake, proof of work type of thing. So really interesting to hear about this. These coins are pre-mined, so all of them are already pre-mined, and basically just running one of these, you're rewarded the tokens. So it's kind of like you aren't mining it. That's why the miner is silent. And you can get these by keeping your miner up 75% of the time. You can purchase one of them on their website if you want. They cost like $1,100 or $1,900. It says it right on their website. Where's the Sky Miner? Yeah, so you can literally just hit buy now, and then it'll tell you, look, it's basically $2,000. And what it does is that's all it is. So someone just built it together for you. So you can honestly just get your own Sky Miner if you wanted to. But anyways, so this guy Synth, this guy, he's crazy, man. I don't know how he fits his brain inside his head. He's got so much going on in there. It's crazy nuts. But this guy is like, not in a bad way, but he's a freak. Could be a good thing. So he knows a lot. Just listen to some interviews. Some of them are like 3-4 hours long, but you just have to listen to 10 interviews or 10 minutes of the interview, and you'll understand like what in the world, this guy's got something different. But anyways, I'd love to get him on the channel so we can clear it up some more. Basically, this is what it's looking to do, and I know you guys are asking yourself, okay, so what are coin hours? Well, coin hours are going to be the payment of the ecosystem. And how Skycoin is going to work is it's almost like a mix of Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is one of the very early coins, even before Litecoin. So they've been working on this readily. They've been working on this for a while. Let me show you guys their GitHub. They're really active on their GitHub too. Look, 1 minute ago, 2 hours ago, 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, 18, yesterday, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 3 hours, or 3 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 5 days. That's what I like to see on a GitHub. So they're really, really active on it. But basically, this is also a privacy thing too. With this coin join, the coin hours, they're basically going to be used to purchase goods and services on the Skywire network. So it'll allow you to like buy internet usage and so on. And you get these coin hours for free by holding your Skycoin. So that's the incentive for holding Skycoin, is it allows you to earn your inflationary currency. And in the future, you'll be able to sell these coin hours. And I know you're asking yourself, well, what's going to happen when all the tokens are released and it's going to be so expensive to buy a Skycoin? Well, I think in the future what will happen is people will buy these coin hours to purchase goods and services, because there is a burning mechanism for coin hours. So it is somewhat going to decrease the supply as more and more transactions go through. I believe it's about 50% that is going to be burned. So keep that in mind. So what is Skywire? Well, it is fast, first off. And how does this work? So at your house, you say you have 100 megabits per second or 1,000 megabits per second. Your computer can only use so much of that for downloading because it just can't take it. And then on top of that, it can only use so much for the downloading because with your computer itself, it has a limit to how it can connect, especially when it's wireless. However, with the Sky Miner, it's going to take all the miners that are in the area, or theoretically that are functioning with it, and it's going to take the bandwidth and the speeds from it. Again, this is not, it's still something that's being built. So I've seen some videos and seen some networks that are actually working on putting these little satellite things on houses and in locations. So this is still being rolled out. That's why I also have something in the back of my mind like, well, this still needs a lot of time to roll out. But hey, usually growth like this is, I want to say, no, it's not linear, it's exponential. So what happens is 2, 4, 8, then you got 16, 32, and it just screens from there. Once you got one guy making a Sky Miner or using a Sky Miner, then he tells his friends, and then his friends tell his friends, and so on. So it's interesting how it'll work. They want to develop a wireless mesh network, and how this is going to work. Again, we explained it with both the Skycoin and coin hours. These coin miners, or these the Skycoin miners, are going to want to keep mining so they can get the Skycoin. And I think in the future, when all of it is launched and released, I believe the Skycoin miners will earn these coin hours. And the benefit is, well, you can buy goods and services with these coin hours. And this is Obelisk. Obelisk is the decentralization in a centralized world. So basically, it's a proof of work and proof of stake algorithms. I don't really know exactly how it works, but basically each node gets its own personal blockchain, preventing like quarantines and potential bad actors. So how this is, it's like Cosmos. So Cosmos, they have their own ecosystem, or like a good example is the United States, but we have our own states and they have their own sets of rules. So it's kind of interesting how it's going to work, but once you have the blockchain launched on Obelisk, well, then your blockchain just runs, you do whatever. So, but that's why it's different than Ethereum. So Ethereum has the ERC20 tokens, and it's kind of like, okay, if Ethereum shuts down, all those tokens shut down. However, if Obelisk was to shut down or have issues with it, well, those other blockchains are still going to be fine. A good example was the DAO hack. When the DAO hack happened, that negatively affected Ethereum very bad. So now what is Fiverr? This is basically how it's going to work. So what I take from this is it's somewhat like sharding, and then it's somewhat like the Lakisi's mechanism for Phantom, or like the lattice network. So basically one block verifies another, and so on. And then I believe they have their own main chain, hence what Ethereum is going to be doing with the beacon chain. So it's kind of, they have a lot of stuff going on. So it's kind of like, wow, they got so much going on. How are they going to be able to conquer this and work on this? But hey, time will tell on what this is going to be doing. It's just, you got to keep in mind you're in crypto. You have no idea what's going to happen, man. There could just be a black swan event and you just lose everything. But anyways, what Fiverr does is it's a peer chain system. So basically what happens is each block is going to verify their own, and they can run on top of each other side by side. So it's basically a store with several cashiers and cash registers, and then people walking around with cell phones saying, hey, you can check out here, hey, you can check out here. And then obviously before everyone leaves the store, it's going to be verified through consensus on like the main chain. That's some way how I can explain it, but anyways, I would love to break down more and more on this project, but guys, this video would be like hours upon hours upon hours. So I think this interview, if I can get it with Synth, will explain a lot more. But guys, go ahead and do the deep dive on their website. Take a look into it. It's really interesting. You can actually buy this coin on Binance, but if you're in the US, you cannot buy it on Binance. There is another location where you can go to buy this. Actually get this right on simpleswap.io. Guys, SimpleSwap is somewhat of a game changer. I don't know if they have a token or not, but I can try to see if they got one. No token yet, but guys, SimpleSwap is really interesting. So you can literally just sign up. There's no limits, no nothing. You literally just deposit Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever you want to deposit, any of these different tokens, and you can exchange it for any of these tokens. It's basically a decentralized Uniswap with the gas fees being way less. And look, there's even a fiat on-ramp. Anyways, guys, that's where you can get it on SimpleSwap. So here's just a couple quickies on the brief overview of Skycoin. Lightning fast. Transactions are 2 seconds. No bottlenecks or fees. And the reason why it's no bottlenecks or fees because, well, you're using the coin hours, and on top of that, it's very scalable. So transactions are happening on top of each other. Fees are 0. Secure, private, because we already explained how the coin join works, especially with the coin hours. Basically, it's just a pool of coins being tokenized. If you guys don't or not tokenized, but generated. If you don't understand how that works, look into the video we did on Tornado Cash. It's incentivized, so basically people having Skycoin get coin hours, and it's utility backed. It's a utility token, and yes, it is just sustainable. The Skycoin, the Sky Miner can literally run with the same phone that you used or the same wires or the plug that you use to charge your phone. You can power the Sky Miner with this. It's nuts. And again, this is going to go over the basics that we have: Skycoin, Skywire, Sky Miner, Fiverr, and SkySuite, and they are rolling out a VPN. I believe it launched today. So really interesting how that's going to work. And guys, this is basically its own ecosystem. So it is a ERC20 compliant coin. So any Ethereum wallet will function perfectly well on Sky Storage as well. So basically, I guess you can say it has its own bridge. We will see what's going to happen on this though. And there have been a couple of other products like this. And yes, a company, in my opinion, could launch something like this. Another example was Holochain, Substratum, but they didn't have as many features. So you guys can kind of see the breakdown. They are definitely leading the pack on this one. And this is how you can compare it with other networks. You guys can actually play this video to see how it's working. But basically, they're putting up these different satellites and getting it hooked up, basically peer-to-peer. And the reason why this is important is because before, like everyone talks about, oh, well, they could shut down the grid. Well, yeah, you could shut down the grid. That would cause some issues. But like you can get into Amazon Web Services and basically destroy like 80% of the internet, or basically the whole internet would be down if Amazon Web Service went down. So it's such a centralized feature. It's like Skywire is the answer. So we'll see what happens on it. And here it breaks down the differences between them. So like NKN is not yet operational. NKN does not intend to offer decentralized storage or computing resources. So that's how it differs from Skywire. You guys can look into each of these. Like Orchid, I was thinking it would be similar, but then again, it's not, because it's piggybacking off the already centralized internet service providers. So they don't have their own, what is it called? Satellite system in place. Our project was Substratum. They were looking to do something similar, but I don't think they were ever even able to roll out their antennae and their hardware devices for it. So you guys can kind of see that there's several other projects that have somewhat of a similarity, but they aren't doing as much as the Skywire network is doing. And it has its own chain. So the other ones were like ERC20 tokens, so technically just built on Ethereum. And yes, last but not least, they do have their own coding language. Some people say it's a lot more, it's a lot easier to use than Solidity or any other coding languages. Not a coder, not a developer, so I couldn't tell you that much on that one. So again, time will tell. Now, there are a couple of odd things about this. Is they had this. I mean, it's not saying it's like bad or good. It's just like, be aware that there are scams, not scams, but pump and dumps going on. They did have a pump and dump on this protocol on Skycoin. That's why it literally pumped up to like $6 a couple days ago. No, it was here. Days ago, it just went crazy high because there's an organized pump and dump. So the reason why I'm showing you this is you guys need to be aware of stuff like this. On the pump and dumps, they'll have these on these channels. So you guys want to be very careful of these. But guys, that's Skycoin in a nutshell. I really need to learn more about it. I mean, I've spent several days researching this thing, and it's tough. It's a hard one to grasp. They're doing so many different things. So maybe this synth guy, the creator, can explain a bit more to me, but he seems really, really knowledgeable. As always, guys, do your own research. Please don't make this the only place that you go. I try to make these videos as detailed as I can, but hey, you can only do so much. Anyways, if you like the video, smash out the like. If you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithms, and I spend a lot of time on these videos in order to just get a little simple thumbs up and a like. Oh, well, so thumbs ups and a like are the same thing, but a like, subscribe, and a bell button. Give me some love, guys. Proverbs chapter 27, verses 4. Anger is cruel, and fury overwhelming. But who can stand before jealousy? That's true, man. That's really true. No one wants to be in a room with someone who's jealous of you because they always talk bad about you, and it's like, wow, what in the world? Anyways, guys, don't be jealous. Don't be that guy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can be ahead of the game every time we make a new video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and without you guys watching, I wouldn't keep doing these videos, but I'm hoping I'm helping you guys. If I am, smash that like button. Go ahead and get started with the triple threat. Go ahead and start with the Celsius account. Here's a referral link where you guys can earn $20 in BTC. Really awesome. Set up a Celsius account, easy to use, and you get crazy interest rates on your Celsius account. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, you name it. The next one in the triple threat is a crypto.com account. Super easy to use, super easy to set up, really easy to buy and sell on it. I don't like how it doesn't have limit orders, but really easy to use. And here's another referral code for 25 bucks in CRO. Here's the referral link, A8GP, you guys can read it. But anyways, guys, a cool place to buy cryptocurrency on the go. Allows you to buy small altcoins, unlike Celsius. Celsius is more so like your bank account. And the third one, this one is a fun one, Voyager. This one is more so where you can buy with limit orders. It doesn't have as many altcoins as crypto.com, but it's really easy to use, easy to set up, and yes, this one does come with a referral link as well, and you'll get $25 in BTC. This is how you can do a limit order, super easy to use, and they don't charge any trading fees whatsoever. Here's the referral link. You can't copy and paste it, but you can look in the description to copy and paste, and you can put that in and set one up. 25 bucks, free BTC. This is the funnest one though, Lolly, free. There is a referral link to this one too. I've actually won 100,000 sats one time on one of the taps, which is worth like 100 bucks in Bitcoin. So it's crazy. Look, and there's even proof in the wallet. Look at that, daily stack, 101. Guys, set one up. It's really easy to do. Download a Lolly account and just set it up.